Amy Schumer just recently won an award from Glamour magazine. In fact, Glamour had the Women of the Year awards in London, and Amy Schumer got the Trailblazer of the Year award. Now, I like Amy Schumer as a comedian. She's pretty fearless. She's fierce. I'd like to identify with her a little bit, right? But this speech that she gave during the awards ceremony made me absolutely love her and look up to her. Take a look.
I'm probably like 160 pounds right now, and I can catch a dick whenever I want. Like, that's the truth. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Glamour's been so nice to me. Just any comic in the room knows that when a female comic has a photo shoot, they're like, oh, cool, like, can you hold this, like, plastic dick over your head? And we're gonna, like, shoot, like, actual cum out of it onto your head. And you're like, oh, thank you, yes. And, right? They're just like, oh, you're gonna be like a cum dumpster, and you're like, oh, thank you for having me. But, Glamour, they're the first magazine that was like, smile. And I was like, where's the dick? And they were like, no, just be you.
So, first of all, let's just comment on the catch a dick thing. That was awesome.
Well, look, that's a ballsy, ironic, or maybe appropriate, comedian right there. I mean, Glamour, it looks like it's a fancy thing, Women of the Year. She gets up there, you expect it, she's like, I can catch a dick, whatever I want.
I love it. I love
like,
it. Okay,
boom.
Look, it's not even about me loving dick, right? It's about me loving the fact that she is not ashamed of her body. Look, she's been fat shamed a lot, okay? And she doesn't care at all. I mean, look, does it hurt her feelings behind the scenes? Maybe, I don't know, but she's never shown it. And she's always been very proud of who she is. She's always been very fearless, and that's something that I identify with and I absolutely love about her, okay? And also, well-behaved women rarely make history. And this is a perfect example of someone who's not well-behaved, and I love that. I respect that about her.
I too like that bumper sticker. Whenever I see it, though, I'm like, that's so true. But you know what? Well-behaved men usually don't make history either.
Yeah, so don't behave well.
Ironic lesson here. Yeah, of course, it's hard not to like that, super ballsy and all that stuff. I wonder if we'd get the same reaction if it was a guy. And so if I went up there and be like, look, I'm an overweight American, but I got no problems catching box.
I really don't like box.
See, already I'm getting hate for it.
No.
This is what's wrong with the feminist movement in this country.
Here's the
what I'm trying to do is catch box.
Hold on. Okay, here's the difference though. Women historically have not gotten a pat on the back for talking about how much dick they get. Okay, whereas men, it's like, oh man, yeah, I had like 3 pussies last night. It was fucking awesome. It was so. And
that's how
like,
a lot of guys talk.
Woo, pussy, right? So it's different. It's different. By the way, man or woman, if you're getting laid, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, well, that we're all agreed on.
Yes.
Yeah, you also get the meathead cloud with the, oh, pussy. Who goes around saying, I had 3 pussies last night? Nobody says that.
I caught 3 pussies.
Caught 3? No, still nobody's. If you said that, people would think you literally caught 3 cats in the alley and think you're a super weirdo. Okay. Anyway, yeah, okay. No, you're right. And the historical context does matter, right? It is more ballsy, this is the 3rd time I've used that term, of Amy, and again, ironic, because I'm applauding a woman here, for being a woman and being a strong woman, for her to defy the stereotype, right? Whereas for a guy comedian, it wouldn't be as courageous. He's not defying a stereotype. So that's why the context matters.
Absolutely. And later on in the interview, she talked a little bit about the differences she experienced doing photo shoots with other big Glamour magazines compared to Glamour itself. So she says that with other magazines, female comedians aren't really treated with a lot of respect. Like they're over-sexualized, and she made a joke about that. But with Glamour, she felt like she could be herself. So that was a really interesting critique of magazines. And I do generally agree. A lot of these beauty magazines are ridiculous when it comes to certain beauty standards and the way that they treat women in general. So it was nice to hear a comedian's perspective of that kind of industry.
All right, I'm going to say one last thing about that. So now, there wasn't in the past, but there is now men's magazines that also, I guess, put pressure on guys.
A lot of pressure, yeah.
Right, so they got all the abs and all that stuff, and stick to my muscle, stick to those guys, right? But it's not the same thing. So men's rights people, go ahead and have your heads explode right now. But let me explain why it's not the same thing, right? I like doing that, and I'm visualizing in my head like. Okay. Anyways, because women historically have been judged more on their looks, right? And hence far more pressure on, do you look right? Do you look right? Do you look right? Right? Whereas men are judged on a number of things. It's not that men are not judged on their looks. That makes a huge difference on whether you're going to get laid or not. Keep it real, right? But at the same time, they're also judged on other things. Success, career. Now, things are changing, so women are also now judged based on their careers, etc. But historically, there's been a lot more pressure on women than there have been on men. And so you just got to keep it real and understand that context as well.
Absolutely. I agree.
We're in the context business, okay? That's all.
We like context.